Hello and welcome to part 20 of my Let's Play series of videos for Dwarf Fortress. I'm Sippy Cup, and my fort is really going to hell in a handbasket. So what we're actually looking at right now is this the place where I breached into what I believe is the third cavern layer, and fought all those ant people and hurt a lot of my guys. So first thing I'm going to do, hopefully before anything, is get this area walled off. So let me pause and see if somebody's going to come down here and take care of this. So I actually had to suspend construction on this wall here for a second because I think I claimed some of the weapons that were left behind after the combat down here. So when you do that, you guys will walk out. Anybody with the hauling labor enabled will walk out and start grabbing them. So whatever this is right here. Things like this on the ground. Let's see. This is another cap blow dart. If you notice, it's got two sets of brackets around it. It's got this normal bracket, and then it's got this kind of pointy bracket. And if you see down here, there's this thing that says F claim. If I were to press that now, my dwarves would basically be told that they should go retrieve this item. I don't want to do that. I want my dwarves to get out of here so I can finally seal this off. I'm pretty sure that I've killed everything down here, but I don't really want more to worry about while I try to deal with my wounded. So for now, I'm just gonna wait a sec and see if I can at least get all of my dwarves out of there. If there's some kittens left behind, well, so be it. But at the very least, I'd like these guys to get everything that they need. Let's see, where is he going anyway? Who knows? He's off in here. I still have a dead dwarf down here. Poor guy. What I'm doing right now is kind of boring, but I think it needs to be done. I'm just going through, finding all the stuff that's on the ground and forbidding it, because I don't really want to have my guys keep coming down here. I really just want them to stay. Whoa. Okay, one of my guys' right ear is down here. I think that's the person whose face got all mangled. I don't think they're dead. They're just in bad shape. That's pretty crazy. Let's see. So I'm going to keep all of this stuff unclaimed, or forbidden rather. So I'm just going to go through here. And I think that there's not too much other stuff that I need to worry about around here. Most of the combat was somewhere else. So I'm just going to kind of look around and see if I can find anything else that needs to be forbidden. That's kind of my main concern right now, is that my dwarves are going to keep coming down here and trying to pick up all this crap. My guy's right thumb is on the ground here. Corpse. Yeah. I should probably forbid all of this stuff here so they don't keep coming down trying to get it. And yeah. Cool, so I'm going to pause for a sec here. Yeah, see, this is one of the things I was worried about. This cavern layer that I'm looking at opens to the edge of the map, which I believe means that all kinds of fun things can come through here, including forgotten beasts, which are randomly generated. What is going on here? Oh, a human caravan, trade caravan has arrived. Oh good, maybe I can trade for some cloth and thread. That would be awesome if that happens. Otherwise, I don't know, I might be in bad shape. So let's pause for a sec here and see what we can get. Yeah, so unlike the first time I went over trade, I've got all kinds of stuff to trade now. I have excess weapons, I've got a ton of drinks and food and stuff that I can trade. So I'm not going to go through all of this because it's kind of boring. I'll just start designating some stuff to trade right now, and then I'll skip ahead to where I will hopefully get some things that I can use to patch my soldiers up. Yep, this is pretty much what I was afraid of. Here's a forgotten beast, and I haven't pressed enter yet because I wanted to show you this message, so I don't know exactly where it is. It could even be in a cavern that is not attached to my fort yet, but here it is. The forgotten beast Nadella Raffovinadella has come. It's a gigantic blob composed of ash. It has long curly tail and it has a bloated body. So the fun thing about forgotten beasts is that they can be made of all kinds of different materials. Well, this one is made out of ash. I have a bad feeling that this thing is going to be difficult to kill. So I guess we'll see here. So let me press enter and look around and see where this thing actually is. It is somewhere far. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, So it seems to be, at least, in a cavern layer which is not attached to my main access shaft. Okay, so that's good. I don't have to deal with this guy just yet, but if I want a fun challenge for my militia after I get them taken care of, I know where I can go to find one. So let me pause again here. Okay, real quick, just wanted to show you that I did get a wall built down here, and I don't think there's anybody still in the third cavern layer, but if they are, well, it's their fault for being dumb. Alright, pausing, and I'm going to go check on the trade depot and see how we're doing. Okay, so pretty good news. I've had a stonecrafter dwarf pretty much pumping out all of these obsidian and alunite crafts, and I have 22,500 dwarf bucks to work with here. And the traders came with a ton of allowed weight, so I pretty much got rid of everything that I wanted to. So now I'm going to quick check through here and see if there's anything useful that I can grab. That's quite a bit of money, so hopefully I can get some good stuff. Okay, well, the good news is I got a ton of cloth, and I got some weapons and armor, and I got one thread, so at least one dwarf can get sort of stitched up. Yeah, the bad news is I still need a lot more thread, and I've got an idea about how I'm going to deal with that, but it's going to involve more fighting in caverns, unfortunately, so we'll have to see what happens there. But yeah, basically, I mean, if I can't either grow plants which I can make into thread or trade for thread, the only thing that leaves is going into caverns and collecting some cave spider silk. Yeah, so I don't have nearly enough. They don't have nearly enough stuff for me to even get close to buying out everything they have. So, if I wanted to be a jerk, even I could just seize their stuff and save all my crafts. But I kind of want to get rid of it anyway. So, well, I'm just going to come back over here and unmark some of this stuff for trade so that I get the trader profit back down, so we have a pretty fair trade. Okay, so I see that one of these guys is like starving and dehydrated, and I don't know if that's because he's unconscious or what, but I just went into Dwarf Therapist and gave a couple more people, laborers involved with caring for the sick. So if I go look at this guy here, the ones that matter here are recovering wounded and feeding patients prisoners. So specifically this one, feed patients prisoners, this can have you guys both feed your patients and give them water. So hopefully somebody comes and helps this poor man. Other things I could do to make this hospital better would be to build a well. Oh, so here comes somebody dragging cloth to stock up the hospital with, hopefully, or maybe he's just taking a nap there. No, I don't know what he's doing. Well, let's real quick take a look at how you actually set up a hospital. It's kind of complicated, and it's sort of a crapshoot, to be honest. It won't always work. So first things first, let me pause the game. You need to have somebody nominated as chief medical dwarf under your nobles and administrators. So let's take a look and see if I do. So yeah, I have my chief medical dwarf. So it looks like he should have what he needs. I've got some other nobles now that, I've got a mayor and he requires some stuff. You can look and see what exactly that is. He needs to have these things. He needs to have office quarters, dining room, chest cabinets, blah blah blah. So he needs access to all of this stuff, and it needs to be specifically for him. And I guess he's made a mandate. He's asking me to make gauntlets, and it seems that I've met it. Maybe, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get back to the task at hand. So yeah, my chief medical dwarf has been appointed. Good. Now I need to set up a zone for the hospital, so you use your zones menu, and you can see I've already done this. Once you use your standard press enter at one corner, press enter at another corner technique to zone this as a hospital. Make sure to press H, and now you can see that you have this set hospital information. If I do capital H, I can see what my the stuff that I have here is. So I don't have any thread. I've got tons of cloth. For some reason, I don't have any splints or crutches here, although I'm positive that I've got some in the fortress somewhere. powder for casts. I'm gonna have to build a kiln to make some plaster powder. Buckets I've got a few. Soap I have none because I have no soap production, but it's not critical, but it could mean that my dwarves will get infected. So yeah, that whole thread thing is a big problem. I really need to figure that out. But yeah, so that's a basic approach to making a hospital. A couple important things to note are that you need to have beds within the hospital zone for your guys to come to. Like I showed you before, you need to have somebody with a labor to come here and help the patients. Your chief medical dwarf, so let's check the guy's name again. His name is Monam Aralzuntir. Needs to have all the diagnosis labors enabled. So let's see if we can find him. Should be this guy. Yeah, so he's got all of the medical type labors enabled, and it should be the only labors he's got enabled right now, and it looks like that's the case. So yeah, I mean, basically my big problem right now is I have no thread, I have no soap. Oh yeah, sorry, before I forget, you need to have tables adjacent to the beds, or your doctor won't be able to perform surgery on whoever's there. So I'm actually in the process of building some additional tables, since some of these guys, like this guy's not even in a bed apparently. Right here, pretty sure there's no bed there. He's just on the floor, and nobody's helped him into a bed yet. Anyway, so I'll pause for a second, see what we can do. Hey, this could be cool, or it could be totally uncool. One of my trapper just claimed a metalsmith's forge. So if he's successful in building whatever it is he wants to build, he could very well become a legendary weaponsmith or armor smith, or metal crafter. I hope he can get what he needs, because that would be pretty awesome to have around. But I thought I'd show you this. Right, he's not going and grabbing more stuff because apparently he can't get what he needs. And this, if you press Q and you come over to the forge, it will tell you actually what he is, what he needs. So it says he's sketching pictures of cloth. I have some cloth. Quarry, that's stone. Rough gems, I should have some of those. Square blocks, I might need to make some blocks, so we'll see. Shining bars of metal, I have metal bars. So it's either that I don't have the kind of stuff he needs, or not the right quantity, or whatever. So I'm going to try to quickly make some of this stuff. Oh yeah, you remember that guy who was in here, who was in a mood that I couldn't satisfy? Yeah, he reached his expiration date and he's a goner. Too bad. What I'm actually trying to do right now is make a well inside my hospital while I try to figure out how to get some cloth. Just to kind of quickly show you what I did here, and I hope this works, is I channeled out a couple of tiles right here, and I had to leave a ramp in one of them so that the guy could get out. And then I removed a ramp, and if I come back up here, I built a floor tile right here, so there's just one empty tile. Then I went outside, designated something around here as a water source, and then went over here and set this zone right here as a pond. So I can set this, and theoretically at some point people should come fill it up with buckets. I might have to set the water source at a stream or something for it to work, but hopefully this will be a nice little addition to my hospital. I gotta wrap this up, but the next episode will pretty much just be a continuation of this one, trying to save these guys from death, and make all of my guys that are unhappy happy, and deal with forgotten beasts and all kinds of other stuff. See you then.